is Miss Quattlebaum, and today I'm going to read a good night-night story with my good friend, Hawk. You can say hi to the camera? Well, Hawk is going to be my assistant today, but I'm going to read the book, The Most Magnificent Thing, illustrated and written by Ashley Spires. Okay? All right. Yes. Let's see. This is one of my favorite books. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires her assistant, just like mine. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. And I love how she pulls things from all kinds of things. Let's see, the girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she's finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that this thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even a kind of, sort of, okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses the sides and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try it again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and twerks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, and smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese, but none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts the new admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. Now look at that face. I've been mad before. Sometimes we get frustrated. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces of shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of the not so right things. If only the thing would just work. Crunch. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes to her brain, and then she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I know that feeling sometimes. It's not fun. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. Sometimes we just need to walk away. It's not much help at first, but before long she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again, but then she noticed something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel of the seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. This one's too wet. This one will stop that leak, and this one will ward off a bear. The afternoon fades into the evening, and finally she finishes. She's alert, her assistant. The pear takes a good long look. It leans a little to the left, and it's a bit heavier than she expected. The color could use a bit of work too, and it's not. It is just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. And I love how she made something. So thank you and good night, and I hope you can make something magnificent, even if it takes you a little bit longer than you think. Good night.